Hello, thank you for joining me on Win Life TV. My name is Elizabeth Morris, and this is Social with Elizabeth. I know you've heard me talk before about identifying your ideal clients and customers, and today I'm going to show you one place on Facebook that you can use that information to make sure that your page is showing up in front of the people that you want to reach. We're going to go right over to my screen today, and I'm going to show you in your settings. I want you to go right down to Preferred Page Audience. And this may be an area that you've never really looked at before. It may have some default settings in there, or maybe you just went in and identified age and gender for the people that you want to reach. But we're going to look at mine today, which I cleaned out so that I can set it up and show you exactly the process I go through. And I always start with my locations. Since I'm an online business, not a brick and mortar business, I have a wide reach of where I can work with people. So I usually leave mine just to Virginia and West Virginia. Now, if you are a brick and mortar store and you have very specific areas that you want to reach, you can go in and just search online for zip codes within a 20-mile radius of Winchester or a 50-mile radius of Winchester. And there are places out there where you can go and they will just give you a list of all the zip codes. You can copy and paste those zip codes right into this area here, and then it will tag on your page those exact zip codes. So that will give you a very specific reach locally if you want to reach the people that are right in your surrounding area. So absolutely put those in there because you want to make sure that the biggest audience you're reaching is the one that's closest to you. The next part is age. If you haven't already identified the specific characteristics of your ideal customers and clients, then this is going to prompt you to start thinking about some of that. So what is the age range of the people that you can most easily help? The people that you are talking to when you're posting online, the people that you can meet their needs. For me, it is typically 25, and then I leave it all the way up to the 65 plus. But for you, depending on what kind of business you're in or what kind of products you sell, you may have a very young audience, you might have an older audience, or you might have a great middle-age audience. So make sure to very specifically identify the age of the people that you want to reach. Now, my online reach for my Facebook page, my website, my specific niche online is to serve women in business. So I always set mine to just women. You might have a business that you're specifically targeting towards men or is for both men and women. So put that in there. And now we're going to get into the real meat of where you're identifying your ideal clients with their interests. So think about, what are the hobbies that your ideal clients are involved in? Depending on your business, you could have some very specific ideas of things that they're interested in. Do they like to hike? Do they like to camp? Are they outdoorsy people? Are they crafters? Do they spend all their time at Hobby Lobby and Michael's? Then you want to put all those interests in there. All of these things that we're adding in this page right here, we're going to give to Facebook, and they're going to do their best to make sure that our page shows up in front of those people. So be very specific. If you have a very wide reach of people, decide who you want to reach online, that you want to focus in on, and narrow it down to those people. And you'll see much better success online in social media and with driving traffic to your website when you're very specific about those. So for me, since I work in social media, I'm interested in local people who are in business. So if I start to type in small business, you can see that it pops up right there. Small business, small and medium enterprises, small business owners, and it also tells me the number of people who have expressed interest in that topic on Facebook. That means that they have liked pages that are about that topic, that maybe they've made purchases through Amazon or somewhere, and Facebook has captured that information because it does capture all your online information if you're logged into your Facebook account. Maybe they like other pages that have to do with being entrepreneurs, building your small business, the chamber. It could be anything that pertains to small business. So I want to capture those people. You can see right here under the suggestions that it automatically updated with a suggestion for me for people in home business, for Small Business Saturday, for startup companies, for business owners. So look through those suggestions and decide if you want to apply any of those to your settings here. Let's see. Since I work primarily with women and that's who I target online, let's think about what magazines do they read. Do they read parenting magazines? Do they read Home and Garden magazine? What kind of information would appeal to them? Maybe they read business magazines. Maybe they read Time magazine. What kind of newspapers do they read? What kinds of Facebook pages do they follow to get information for their business? Type in some of your ideas, and if you type in something and nothing pops up, that's okay. Just go ahead and try something else. So if I type in parenting right there, parenting magazine, smart parenting, parenting styles, it's going to give me a whole list of topics that I can select from. And you can see on parenting, that's a very broad topic. Whoops, I can't get it to stay over there. There we go. So people who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to parenting. That's a very broad number right there. So I can go ahead and put that in, but then when I get down to some other interests, it might be something more specific that will narrow that topic down a little bit and bring that reach number down. And it's okay to do that because you do want to be very specific and narrow your audience down to the exact people you want to reach. I like to work with people that already have a business plan in place because I can teach them how to create a business plan for their social media. So people who have expressed an interest in business planning, in entrepreneurship. You can see that it's giving me more and more suggestions there. What about women's networking? Right there, Women's Network, Australia. That's not in my area, so I'm not going to click on that one. National Women's Health Network. That one has a very small reach, so I'm not going to pick that one because I'm probably not going to reach a lot of people in that specific topic. Women's Small Biz Networking. That's something that somebody probably set up a page that just kind of got abandoned and never did anything with. So you want to look at the number of people who are interested in the topic that you're selecting in that interest and pick ones that have a good number of people, because that means you're going to reach more people that have that interest versus picking one that only has 17 people. The chances of those people being in West Virginia and Virginia for me, or in a specific zip code around Winchester for you, is going to be very small. So once you have your interests picked out, and you can browse through the ones that Facebook automatically provides for you. Let's see. If you're a real estate agent, there's your real estate right there. And then if I click on that, it will probably give me suggestions related to real estate. I might have to pick a couple of more interests related to real estate before that shows up. But it will start suggesting things to you. Go through them and think about the very specifics of your person and get all those interests put in there. Now, usually on my page, I have a lot of interests selected. So there's no limit on how many you can add in there. You just want to make sure that this estimated number of people that you can reach with those interests doesn't get too small, because then you're limiting yourself too much. So keep that number I would go with, at an absolute minimum, 250,000. And honestly, I think that's probably a little bit too small. So keep an eye on that as you're adding your interests. And if you add something that brings your reach down too low, then take it back out and maybe try a different way to say that interest that might have something that has a broader reach. You can also enter your languages in here. And then when you save those, you're going to see them all up here as your preferred page audience. And again, it's going to tell you about how many people you're going to reach with those topics. So I would like for you to go in and work on that. Focus in on who your ideal customer is and their interests that is going to attract them to you online. If you have any questions about that, let me know. I would love to help you narrow down who your ideal client is if you need some help in that area. Thank you for joining me on Win Life TV today. Make sure to watch Win Life TV's Facebook page on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for the latest episode of Get Social. If you're enjoying these programs and you're interested in the topics that I'm going over, please like and share this video. Bring it to the attention of your friends who also want to stand out from the crowd on social media. Thank you and have a great day. If you like and enjoy the topics that I'm discussing,